Hello and welcome to GrindslimeTV with me, your host Aaron. And today it is B-Side Saturday. And a little bit of a different one too, because it suddenly occurred to me, I don't know if I've done a B-Side Saturday where it's all been LPs. And this one is. So, could be a good one. We'll have to get Mika to let us know, because he seems to have the memory of an autistic kid who's a quizmaster with a grudge or something. Good people, good people. So, with no further ado, let's get into it. LP number one, let's just show them as we find them. We are talking about Immolation, Atonement. Oh, what a record. This came out in like 2017, 2018? Yeah, 2017. And it is an absolute belter of a record. I think that, alongside Incantations, Profane Nexus, were probably my favourite albums to come out that year. And I believe Belphegor's Totem Ritual came out that year as well. Another really good album. But yeah, that wasn't a bad year for death metal, for sure. So, yep, definitely a good one. And look at that artwork. Look at that. Hello. She looks fucking angry. But you guys all know who Immolation are, and if you don't, you're in for a treat. We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So you've got, how many tracks we got here we're looking at? Yeah, 11. 11 of them bad boys. Now, the CD version comes with the bonus track, which is the re-recording of the song Immolation. But this hasn't got that, which is kind of weird because they could fit it on easily, because this is across two LPs. It's got that gatefold action going on, which you know we all like and enjoy. And look at the artwork on the inside of that. Oh, mate. That is what I'm talking about. Look at that line work. That is, yeah, cannot go wrong with that. And as I say, this is a double LP. Let's get the old bookie wookie out there. Look, when the jackals come, absolutely fantastic tune. And on this side we got, oh yeah, look at that. I mean, that's about the price of admission alone, is it not? And oh no, it has got Immolation on here, does it? No, it hasn't, no. But I was going to say, so I saw the word Immolation there and I was like, hold on, that song's not on there, but it's not, it's credits. So that's all good. And look at all your lyrics there and stuff, really cool border work as well. Some effort definitely went into this release, which is always nice to see. And the LPs aren't anything fancy, just your regular black, which I always think is pretty great. And you've got, even on the actual, like, the stickers themselves, you've got some fantastic work there. There's the A side there. And we're a little bit around at the B side, as you can see, all that fanciness. The other LP is basically the same, except it's got different song titles and says C and D, as I'm sure you can imagine, because you're smart people. You know, this ain't your first rodeo, son. So, always a banger. Now, this side, yeah, it's all there is. But yeah, really cool record. This is like classic New York death metal. You know, heavy as balls, very Morbid Angel sort of influence, but without being a clone. But you can see the influences are there. You know, like in old school, like Necrovores, but also they've got their own sort of flavour. You know, they sort of brought this sort of epic feel to it, very sort of low and rumbling, yet at the same time, just they just hit all the notes on these sort of records. And I haven't got all of Immolation stuff, but the stuff I have got, I think it's fantastic, and everything I've heard by them has been brilliant. You know, they're one of those bands where it's like just throw a dart at their discography, you can't miss. You know, they're all really, really good. And I'd like to get more of their stuff eventually, but, you know, it's money, innit? I like the, what do they call those, pry bars or something? I can't remember now. But, yeah, like really, really cool stuff. The track list on the gravestone. But yeah, this was definitely probably one of my favourite Immolation albums. I thought this was a real sort of, not so much a return to form because they'd never lost it, but just like, I don't know, something about this just really packs a punch. And that kick drum is like a sledgehammer to the chest. It's an absolute beast of a record. You know, Ross Dolan's vocals sound fantastic as always on there. And just, Oh, yeah, really cool stuff. I've not seen them live, but I don't think I'd want to, because nothing against the dude, but I'm in the minority camp where I think the dance moves look gay as fuck. And I would just be constantly staring at him thinking, who is this fucking Backstreet Boy? But that's just me. I know some of you think that stuff's cool. And yeah, okay. But for me, it's just, nah. That's some Prince Jackson 5 shit, which I haven't got time for. But that's okay, because I've got the albums and they're fantastic. Well, some of them anyway. So that's number one right there. We'll put you over there, my love. Always gets a good spin, that one. Can't go wrong. Every track on there is an absolute banger. Just wall-to-wall thumpers. Now, this is another band that's kind of in the same vein. There's definitely some Immolation sort of influences in this next one. But when they go fast, you know. They still go mid and slow, but for a big part of this, like, speed is a very sort of key ingredient. And we are talking about, and I'm about to pull this up, Kaala Kuma and their album In the Mouth of Madness, which was a banging film by John Carpenter. I'm sure you've seen it. I think it was John Carpenter. It was, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. Had Sam Neill in it. Banger. But yeah, fucking really cool artwork there. You can't really make it out, but it's got some kind of like ghoul or something with some hands reaching up to it. This sort of night sky with all these souls floating off. Look, very Dark Souls kind of looking, actually. I can dig it. But yeah, you can tell it's got that real sort of painting look. You can see all the sort of notches in the canvas and stuff like that. Really cool. Now you get 5 tracks on here, 4 songs in all. The last one's an outro, but it's a really cool, nice sort of like, I don't know, almost like melancholic kind of thing. But I don't know, I really like it. It kind of ties it off nicely. And usually with outros and stuff like that, I tend to like them sort of being in the more in the middle of the release. But no, this one it kind of works well. You know, got the boys there. There's usually just a 3-piece. They got all that fanciness going on. Oh yes. So really, really cool release. Like I say, the vocals are very different to Immolation. These have more of a sort of throaty, not necessarily high, but higher. You know, so very sort of every now and then sort of going on, but not really cool release. Like, a lot of people slept on this. This was a Dunkelheit production from out of, where was it? I think they're Germany, I believe. I can't entirely remember, but no, really cool label, which unfortunately metal didn't do too well for them, so I think they're more of a noise label now, and that seems to be working for them, so kudos there. But yeah, if you guys remember, like Blasphemous Putrefaction and Ordo Caper, like those bands that I showed on camera before, those are from the same label, and tragically overlooked, because each of the releases I've got from Dunkelheit, I think they're great. I think they're fantastic, but I don't know, maybe I don't think it's the promotion or anything like that, because like a lot of stores that you go to seem to have these, but they're always like in the sales section. People are sleeping on some really good records here. Like this one in particular, I think it's fantastic. Really, really cool little record. It's a full length, so the songs are pretty long, but they're not boring. They go a bit doomy from time to time, but again, not in a boring way. There's like atmosphere, there's actual like structure, there's all kinds of things. And if you like your colourful stuff and you can see that green glow, that's because this motherfucker's radioactive. Look at that. Jesus Christ, it glows. And this ain't see-through either. This is solid green plastic. I mean, looks kind of cool, I guess. I'm not really a fan usually of just the solid colours like that, but I don't know, this one kind of has a sort of radioactive, Incredible Hulk kind of look to it. So I don't know. I mean, it looks a bit paler on camera, but in person, this is like, ooh, look at that. It's like shining green off my face. It's glowing. It's like the Misfits Project 1950 record. In fact, actually, no, I don't think it's that bright. That 1950s, Project 1950s record that is luminous. That is mental. Yeah, really, really cool record. I definitely recommend checking this out. Kaala Kuma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. But yeah, if you're into like Immolation, early Incantation, all the Asians, really, then yeah, get on this, because this is really cool. It's all up on like Spotify and YouTube. In fact, all of these are on, I think most of these are on like YouTube or Spotify. I'm not entirely sure on all of them, but most of them you can find. So definitely worth your time there. Next up is one of my favourite bands. We've talked about these several times on the channel before. I'm going to need a swig. That was more of a glug than a swig, but well deserved. We're talking about Morbosidad and their album Corona the Epidemia, which is kind of funny because this came out before the Corona epidemic. This was 2018, I think. So very funny. I got a chuckle out of it. Everyone else was like, it's not funny, people are dying. And I was like, yeah, but come on. It was pretty funny. This was limited to just 250 copies. So I had to get one, of course, as you well know. And, who put this out? Yeah, nuclear war now. Of course it was. It's always going to be nuclear war now. Those guys know what they're doing. This is a fantastic album as well. This has definitely got some of that very sort of rough South American sounding sort of bestial black metal, war metal, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Look, it's got gas masks, bullet belts, and fucking spikes on the front. I mean, this is as well as war metal as you get in it. And it's got the old Beherit cover on here as well. So, pretty cool there. On the end now, DEP. And then what else we got here? Oh, yeah, now he's got the old NWN and Iron Bonehead releases going on. And I do keep some of these sometimes because you go through and be like, oh, yeah, got that, need that, right? But, you know, here's what it is. Now, you get 11 tracks on here in total, and this is just about half hour long, something like that. So really, really cool. I love the simplicity of it all as well, you know, just that simple sort of on the back there, yep, satanic. There's what's his face, the singer whose name escapes me, is Tomo. Can't remember. But yeah, cool stuff going on here. But a classic white sleeve, and we get the Morboso metal logo, which appears on quite a few of their releases. And then, of course, on the other side, you've got your cool ass thing with the logo. One of my favourite logos as well. I think the logo is fucking sick. But yeah, really cool record. This has the that classic sort of Morbosidad sound, you know, lots of blast beats and stuff. But this one definitely, it was around this sort of time I noticed they started getting a bit more sort of rhythmical. You know, some of those sort of like old school sort of Slayer riffs coming into it. A few more sort of palm muting action going on. Not quite as hectic, but still very, very classic. Now, this was made for Mass Destruction Metal Fest, which was put out for that like thing. But I wasn't there, but I think I managed to pick up one of the ones that didn't sell. So this was an eBay find as well. Like when it turned out, yeah, it says up here, special fest only edition, limited to 250 copies, Mass Destruction Metal Fest, Atlanta, Georgia, November 3rd and 4th, 2017. So, yep, really, really cool. Now, they're based in California, but they originally came from Mexico. So I always consider them one of the South American bands, even though they're based in, you know. But that's a whole other thing. But no, very cool release. Very much enjoy this one, as I do all of Morbosidad stuff. They're just one of those bands I think are very consistent. Again, they're one of those that people sort of hear and go, oh, their songs sound the same. And it's like, yeah, maybe at first, second listen. I'll even give you a third listen. But now, once you start like getting into it and you listen to their albums back to back, you can start telling them apart pretty quick, I think. You know, like just like we got the Golgotha album, which is my favourite one, very sort of tremoloed sort of album with not many palm mutes on there at all, if any, and lots of blasts. But like I say, they started getting more rhythmical after that, and it works really well. Like that Tortura EP I showed you the other week, that they're split with Perversa. Yeah, it's just they've got a nice well-rounded back catalogue of consistent quality stuff. So Morbosidad, they're definitely some of the big boys. Now here we've got two by the same band, and these came in the special edition vinyl box set of Sodom's M16, and they got themselves a couple of bootlegs and they put them out on vinyl. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll just show you both of them as they are. Like, so here's the front track listing on the front on these ones. So you've got your set list there, and you've got your set list there. One of these is live in Bangkok, I believe, and the other one is live at Wacken, or Wacken, as it were. Then on the other side, you've got the, you'd think that was the front, but no, it's got the end credit stuff on the back. So you've got that there, and you've got this one here with the Ibanez overdrive pedal, classic pedal. So yeah, very cool stuff, but you get some classics on here. Yeah, this one's the Wacken one. So you've got Agent Orange, Code Red, the Vachtur, I can't read German very well, M16, Among the Weird Kong, the Vice of Killing, and Eat Me. So you get a pretty cool set there, and very, very cool sound as well. Like, this is definitely a line-in mix. So someone did some naughty bootlegging somewhere, but gotta love bootleggers. And these guys caught wind of it and were like, fuck it, let's make official releases out of them. And that they did. So very cool. Now the Bangkok one is still good, but these both came out around the sort of like early 2000s. So you've got one, like on this one, like they'd say when they introduce the song M16, I said it's off our new album. So this would have been like 2001, 2002, I believe it was 2001. And this one is from 2003, I think, but from that same sort of tour, because they do big tours, and even back then they were even bigger. And it's got all that sort of stuff. But this one's, recording-wise, isn't quite as good. Now, the songs on it are great. The Saw is the Law, Outbreak of Evil, Bombanagel, I Am the War, Masquerade in Blood, and Sodomized. So all great tunes. The Outbreak of Evil track, it starts off at like half time, which is like, oh, I don't know about this. And then it goes into the proper speed of the song. But it's like, I'd rather you just played the song how it is, you know, without slowing it down. And also, I'm not entirely sure the guitars are in tune on this one either. So it sounds a bit muddy and messy, but, you know, sometimes that's cool. You know, it's a raw recording. You got to love that shit. So I still listen to it. I still enjoy it. It is what it is. And it's one of those ones out of habit. I just play both back to back. It's like, well, I've got one, I'm not going to the other one. You know what I mean? I mean, Sodom's always great. And as you guys know, I'm a big Sodom fan. So, you know, I've got most of their stuff. Still trying to hunt down some other bits, but we'll get there. I mean, I've got all the time in the world, you know? So, definitely, if you haven't heard Sodom yet, first of all, where you been? But second of all, if you're new to this game and you've seen the name around and you're not entirely sure, very thrashy, sort of they've definitely got more sort of, I guess you could say, mainstream thrash as the years went on. But their old school black and thrash stuff is absolutely untouchable, in my humble opinion. I think when it comes to the thrash game, like, no one does it better than Sodom. And, you know, that's just my opinion. But I like everything Sodom have put out. Some stuff's definitely a lot better than other bits. Like their self-titled was okay. It's fine. You know, I still listen to it. And their War in Pieces record, you know, it's fine. It does the job. It's not a shit album by any chance, any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, they've still got some bangers, like Code Red, one I'm still after, in fact. I haven't got Code Red yet, which annoys me. So, Tom, if you're watching this, stop re-releasing albums that are already available. Give us Code Red. We want Code Red, damn it. Now, here's the last one of the video, and this is by no means least. Holy fucking shit. We're talking about that bestial black metal, war metal, fucking whatever the fuck you want to call it kind of stuff. It is Messiah of Darkness and Impurity by Proclamation. Oh, this is their second album. These Spaniards know how to do it with that old school look going on. And I know what you're thinking. That looks like blasphemy worship. And you would be bang on the money. And when it comes to blasphemy worship, no one does it better than Proclamation, because they throw their own spin into it too. There's a lot more blasting going on. They sort of throw in a lot of that sort of pitch shifting vocals as well, but it's undeniably just like, yeah, these guys love Blasphemy. Like, in fact, I think both of the members, well, 2 out of the 3 members on the back of this thing, I think they're wearing Blasphemy shirts. Like, can't quite tell because of the bullet bouts and shit, but I think I know a Blasphemy logo when I see it. Well, I say that, but I'm probably well off. But here's what it is. But no, fantastic stuff right here. You've got 10 tracks, just blistering, dirty black metal. I mean, one of them I think is one's the intro, which is a cool intro. Well, very ambient, very sets the tone, sort of ruddy, mysterious, as some might call it. But yeah, absolute cracker of an album. It's not my favourite Proclamation album, but out of all 4 of them, they're sort of like struggling to take over one another. But for me, Advent is definitely their first album. Fantastic record. But no, all of them are fucking brilliant. Like, each record holds its own, and just all out, just and look at that artwork. They've always got this sort of theme going on all 4 of their albums, so you're getting an awesome collection. I was happy as punch when I fucking finally got my hands on these records a few years back, and it's got that gatefold action. Look at that going on. Metal as balls. Gotta love some of that. Now, on the inside here, we've got treats. Oh, something come up on my screen. Fuck that off. Yeah, there we go. And treats. And so first of all, we've got the usual sort of thing, You've got your going on there. Are those Blasphemy shirts? Yeah, that one definitely is. Yeah, they're both Blasphemy shirts. Yeah. Fallen Angel of Doom is that one, and that one I can't quite make out, but it's probably the one of them. But yeah, both got Blasphemy shirts, doing the whole graveyard thing. So you can see what's going on there. Got your lyrics and ting. Always fun. Nuclear War Now, of course. Always putting out the bangers. And we've got the other another one of these going on between NWN and Iron Bonehead. Almost said NWN and Nuclear War Now then. That would have been fucking stupid. So always fun there. Are those the treats, Aaron, you say? No, those aren't the treatses. Because this also comes with, this comes with a big ass poster as well. Get a load of this. Oh, we're looking at it in big size. Oh, you dirty boy. Look at that. That's how you do it. Now I know what you're thinking. Aaron, why isn't it on your wall? Because I've already got one on my wall over there. Advent of the Black Omen. Yep. Their best album. Their first one. Like I say, they're all fucking killer. You can't go wrong. So if anyone will say to me, oh no, I prefer the second one, all the I totally understand why. It's fucking awesome. So totally get that. Not together anymore, unfortunately. But they did go on and start another band, same members, called Sacrificio, which was pretty much the same thing, but had a bit more of a speed metal kind of element thrown into it. They put out an EP and a full length, and then they split up. So I don't know what they're up to in a minute, but they're bound to be doing something. They're always doing something. So really, really cool stuff there. You got the Inferno side with that awesome little symbol there. That looks cool, doesn't it? That would make a cool tattoo. Oh, it's double on the screen, look. Oh, infinite. And then you got the Massacre side there with the same sort of thing going on. But really, really cool. Like, this is rough and ready and dirty. These are all on YouTube and not on Spotify or nothing like that. But yeah, get on YouTube and just type in Proclamation full album and just put on any one. They're all fucking good. If you like Blasphemy, Archgoat, old school Beherit, like Oath of the Black Blood, Devil Studio kind of Beherit, not that stuff afterwards. I'm not a fan of that stuff like that. Drawn Upon the Moon. I get that people love that album and it's a classic, and at the time it was revolutionary. I understand that, but listening to it, I just get bored. If I'm being honest with you, it's just not for me. But no, Proclamation is definitely one to get on if you have not heard these guys yet. And for those of you who have, testify in the comments just how gnarly that fucking band is. It's evil as fuck. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been listening to this week. Well, not everything I've been listening to. I thought I'd keep it LP style for today. I was going to show another one, but when I got it out, I was looking at the artwork and I thought, then I'm not going to get away with showing that on camera, you know, and I can't afford a week's band at the moment because I've got a big announcement coming up about talking about that new project I've been working on. And no, it's not new music. I mean, there is new music coming. Don't you worry about that. But that's going to be a while yet. But no, little project I've been working on in the background. I think you guys are going to dig it. I'm going to be announcing it on camera soon, literally within the next couple of days. So that's exciting. So I'm really looking forward to getting you guys to check that out. That's going to be cool. But the other one I was going to show on camera was my split between lymphatic phlegm and neurovisceral exhumation. Fantastic split. Lymphatic phlegm doing their normal drum machine, melodic, grindcore, atmospheric, almost orchestral kind of sound in the way they drown those guitars and reverb and stuff. It sounds so fucking good. Very unique band. And so, you know, they're just dropping the goods as they always do. And then the other band, Neurovisceral Exhumation, not what's the other band? I can't remember what they're called now. But I'm always I constantly get the two mixed up from time to time. But no, Neurovisceral Exhumation, they're more of they're still sort of gore grind, but they got more of a traditional sort of death metal sound to it as well, with those sort of just with the riffing and stuff like that, and the production sort of style. But really, really, really cool stuff. Really, yeah. What's the other one? The other band I was thinking of, is it? I've got some of their 7 inches. Why is that name escaping me? Let me find it. Oh no, it could be any of these fucking things. I think it was Necro something Vomitorium or something. You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, that's fine. Everyone's got to find stuff new out, haven't they? But yeah, it's in there somewhere. Doing the rounds. Yeah. But those guys. Neurovisceral Vomitorium was, I don't know, fucking is what it is. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been slamming down this week. Keep it nice and vinyl for today, because I feel like you guys have earned it. You deserve a little bit of vinyl. A nice vinyl Saturday. Got to be done. The vinyl countdown. I've got puns for days, mate. I don't know what to tell you. So, have yourselves a good rest of the weekend. And, yeah, have a good one. Oh, and stop trying to cause fucking YouTube drama in my comments. Okay? Just, I don't care. So, take care, everybody. Support the scene, your local record store. And I'll catch you on the flip side.